Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself, my name is Faiz Lidzinillah. Usually call me Faiz. I'm cadet from Polytechnic Bumi Akpen Semarang. My number cadet 22.58.2072. My major is technical batsman. I'm in here to read my achievement about lubrication and air starting valve. 1. Lubrication. Lubrication is essential for any kind of machinery on board ship. Lubrication of main engine is responsible for lubricating and cooling the metal parts, which are acting relative to each other, creating friction and heat, resulting in overheating of part. Lubrication not only provides cooling, but also aids the removal of any debris or impurities. The main engine has the separated lubrication oil system, main lubrication oil system, cylinder oil system, turbocharger lubrication oil system, and main or crankshaft lubrication system is supplied by one of two pumps, one of which will be operating and the other is on standby, set for automatic cut-in should there be a lubricating or pressure reduction of primary pump failure. The lube oil for the lubrication purpose intake from the storage tank, which goes directly to the sump. The supply is controlled by valve 50 in the line. The main LO pump take their section from the main engine. Some tank via an inlet filter and discharge oil via the main LO cooler, which takes away the heat. The plate type or shell and the tube type LO cooler is cooled from the low temperature. Central cooling freshwater system, an automatic black fishing filter unit with a magnetic core, helps to remove and metal debris. The sampling pressure in the main lubrication system depends on the tension and requirement, and it is generally around 4.5 kilogram per centimeter cubic. LO supply to the coolers is via a thereby valve, which enables some oil to bypass the cooler. Thereby valve maintain a temperature of 45 degrees Celsius. At the lubrication oil inlet to engine, the main LO system supplies oil to main engine bearings, camshaft, and camshaft drive. A branch of lube oil goes to the crochet in main engine. The lube oil line is connected to inlet in the crochet using a telescopic pipe. It moves up and down along with the crochet, and oil is supplied to it from the top. Lidzinillah engines and actuated or swing arm is acted to the crochet which supplied the inlet oil. Once the oil reaches the engine inlet, it does their functions. 1. Some oil travels up the piston rod to turn the piston and then comes down. 2. Some oil lubricates the crochet bearing and circuits. 3. The remaining oil pressure through a hole drilled in the rod connecting the bottom and bearing. A brand of lube oil is lead to the hydraulic power supply in unit for actuation of exhaust valve. to the thrust bearing, to the moment compressor, and the transitional lubrication determinant. Main engine LO purifier takes section from main engine to LO sump and purifier the oil. Its feed temperature is maintained around 2 degrees Celsius, as maximum density difference is achieved at the temperature. The allow fixment separation. The engine drain are connected to the dirty oil tank, from which the LO purifier also takes the section and purifier. Oil is then transferred to the oil tank. The oil from the clean oil tank can be transferred to the engine sump using a transfer pump. The main engine lubrication system also has a subsystem. Depends if the main engine is camless or has a camshaft. In camless engine, a bridge from the lube oil inlet to the main engine is provided to in the hydraulic power system unit. The function of hubs in the control the fuel injection and exhaust valve actually is hydraulic and also drive the cylinder lubrication units. The main engine with a camshaft lubrication system feeds to camshaft rollers, guides, and bearings, which actualize the exhaust valve and fuel pump in the crosshead bearing, as the load is very high and the motion is not continuous. All the bearing salting is very short. Lube oil is poured on the bottom portion of the bearing with its contact of rods. In crosshead bearing, hydraulic lubrication cannot be applied. Under such condition, started lubrication of at advantage. On the sump engine, the oil to the crosshead bearing is sumped to around per second set of booster pump. The part of oil from the crosshead gets into the piston and carburetor goes to down the piston and bearing to in the correction route. The piston of the engine is lubrication internationally using the oil supply from the piston root. The root is hollow and has a pipe running up its center width. It takes oil in the nut of the piston. The oil is supplied from the center board, and as the piston moves up and down, the lube oil supplies it inside and provides this lubrication effect, also known as contractile circle effect. The oil is then taken out from the outer buds in the piston roots. In some piston design, nozzle plate and nozzle is present inside. The piston oil is sprayed using nozzle into the outside of the crown, providing better cooling. There is a spark brush which goes to main bearings of the engine. The main bearing is present hydraulic lubrication with farm oil luge. When the crankshaft rotated, the film between the journal and the bearing takes up load, and as the speed increases and pressure build up, the oil system supports the load. Main engine sump is located enter in engine in the double bottom is surrounded by confident a sounding pipe to know the level of lube oil in the sump is provided, along with a sounding pipe for after dam to know if there is any leakage. Converter needs to be inspected on the regular basis to know any signal of leakage. The main engine lube oil sump consists of a level gauge sounding pipe, air fan pipe, handling system coil, manholes, suction pipe, and valve for the LO pump, and LO purifier, the turbocharger, bearing lubrication system, and the pump plate is apart from the main engine lubrication system, or can be fed through the main engine lubrication system depending on design. Mostly, the turbocharger with outward bearing precision has its own sump and lubrication pump with provision to store oil within the casing. Engineer must ensure the oil inside the case is always above the mark in the gauge glass. For a lubrication system with a feed from the main engine lubrication, it is essential to have a spare friction for temperature control lubrication, which is generally a duplex filter. The outlet of LO from turbocharger have a side glass to make sure the flow is continuous, and a LO supply must be maintained when the engine is stopped. A natural through the turbocharger will cause the rotor and turn branch, and the bearings must be lubricated to load the benzene. Lubrication of the cylinder is performed by a spiral cylinder lubrication system. The cylinder oil is kept in the storage tank from where it is transferred to the cylinder daily oil tank. For engine usage, it is fed to the engine cylinder. FO goes fitted in the linear. Cylinder lubrication is required in order to lubricate the piston rings to reduce friction between the rings and linear, and to reduce crankshaft will be naturally the acidity of the product of combustion. The cylinder lubrication applies boundary lubrication method and reduce head and friction between piston and linear. The auxiliary of cylinder lubrication oil so much the supplier content of the fuel oil supplied to the engine. If the engine is to be run low sulfur fuel oil as a requirement, if IMO 2020, a type must be sought from the cylinder oil supplier and the engine filter as the most stable cylinder oil used. It as assumed the engine is stopped but is bearing prepared for starting. Check the level of oil in the main engine, some tank, and replace if necessary. Ensure that the low temperature central cooling system is operating and that fresh water is circulating through the main LO cooler. Ensure operation goes and its instrumental valve reading correctly. Ensure that steam heating is applied to the main LO sump tank. If the temperature of the LO is low, set linear. Make sure all right valves are open. Select one main LO pump as the master duty pump and the other is the standby pump. Note: the main LO pump have large motor and are generally fitted for auto transformer starting. After start, the auto transformer must be allowed to cool down from 10 until 20 minutes before another start is attempted. Keep the LO system circulation and allow the temperature of the system to gradually increases to normal operating temperature. Check outlet flow from the individual unit checks. The temperature are similar and that oil pressure curve are reading correctly when lubrication system temperature and pressure and stable. The engine may be started. Next, to the air starting valve. The air starting valve of a marine engine is responsible to stand the engine room standstill or stop position and also help in reversing and emergency stopping or crash. Stopping of the engine is needed. The air starting valve infected at the center of each cylinder need controlling and air supplying the combustion chamber at 30 bar pressure. The air supplying pipe is connecting to the cylinder head from the air manifold, which open inside the cylinder head where the air starting valve is fitted to protect the air manifold. From both cases, an approach fishing from the cylinder head, the body is of valve, which is usually made of mild steel, is provided with grooved parts to supply the starting air. The spindle is made up of high sensitive or stainless steel with a balancing piston in the middle. Its valve and seat have contact from a stellate connecting or headed. The valve closing spring is made from stainless steel top cover with stacking screw in main engine. The main starting air, about 30 bar pressure, is introduced from the manifold into the chamber, just above the valve and the seat via the circumferential parts in the valve body. Wafers this 30 bar will not open the valve break at the spring pressure with rolling the valve shut. In addition to an area in the balancing piston that helps in keeping the valve shut and the valve is properly balanced to open valve, the air distributor supplies is at 30 bar, which enters in the starting air valve from the top of the valve body. This pressure action the top will overcome the spring for which one holding the rubber hat and the open valve, leading to high pressure. Air center the combustion chamber and moving a piston down. When the airbag signal from the air start distribution is vented, the wheel no more air pressure on top of the starting air valve, which means the spring will close the valve to understand to know the complete air starting system work. Please watch for video. In the virtual engineer, the valve contraction is almost similar to that at the main engine. The only difference is the operating piston with an off-split type ham. Consistent is this type of air start valve. On both sides of operating piston is supplied via a control valve to main precision closing. This ensures the valve will remain closed when the gaseous pressure is higher than the starting air pressure. When the cylinder is free, the control valve supplies the air on top of the operating piston and cuts the supply from the bottom of the piston. At the same time, opening and valve and supplying and the start air into the cylinder. To close the valve, in the air is supplied to the bottom port activating the upper position of the operating piston. This also helps in providing cushioning effect to the valve as the air on top deepens the closing. The air to the operator to valve comes from the main air source supply. The distributor pilot air operates the pneumatic charge over valve. Thank you for my presentation, my assessment about lubrication and starting our valve. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.